Good afternoon and welcome to NTV News. I am Siksha Sharma. Let's take a look into the headlines first. Prime Minister Dahal holds discussion with the Nepali ambassadors in the destination countries. A meeting aims to identify necessary reforms required for a safe labour destination. Morocco earthquake survivors seek aid as death toll crosses 2,000. Spain sends 2 planes with rescuers to quake-hit country. Biden hails closer ties with Vietnam as he strikes a deal to deepen cooperation, also denies attempts of stemming China's into final. Welcome back to NTV News. We take a look into news in detail now. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal is holding discussion with the Nepali ambassadors in the destination countries to make foreign employment orderly, dignified and safe. The ambassadors and heads of delegations of the destination countries are in Kathmandu for discussions to be held today and tomorrow at the office of the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers in Singhadarbar. According to the Prime Minister's office, the discussion is being chaired by Prime Minister Dahal and it will focus on labour migration issues and the role of diplomatic missions. The meeting also deals with the problem faced by the workers going for foreign employment from the time they get the work permit to the workplace, find ways to solve them and turn the conclusions into decisions. The Ministry of Labour and Employment and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs are also participating in the discussion, and the meeting also aims to identify necessary legal and structural reforms required for a safe labour destination. This is a first of its kind meeting being held in Nepal at the initiative of the Prime Minister. A working group consisting of secretaries of relevant ministries was formed under the leadership of the Chief Secretary to collect the necessary data from the Nepali embassies in the destination countries and ways to solve the problems seen in the foreign employment sector. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal also sought consultation from former ambassadors, former foreign affairs secretaries as well as experts over the agendas for his upcoming China visit at a meeting held at the office of the Prime Minister in Singhadarbar on Sunday evening. Prime Minister Dahal sought expert suggestion from the host of eminent foreign policy experts over the issues to be raised in his meetings in China. During the meeting, the experts suggested the Prime Minister to raise outcome-oriented projects only, as according to the experts, central to the visit should be bolstering ties between the two countries. Towards other development, where the Jaya Prithvi highway has been blocked for traffic after a large rock fell on the road near Vijaypur of Patan Municipality 8 of Ntvithari. The incident took place following incessant rainfall on Sunday afternoon. A big machine is being brought from Bajhang to break the rock and clear the road, said Police Inspector Kim Bikram Casey of the District Police Office. As a result, large vehicles leaving Bajhang and going to Bajhang have been stopped. Similarly, Satabaj Gothalapani road section of the Dashrath Chand highway has been also blocked due to falling trees near Guru Khola. Police Inspector said that 4 trees that fell on the road have blocked the section of the highway since last night. Passengers remain stranded as the highway is blocked and transport vehicles stopped from plying. The daily life has been affected and the risk of floods and landslides has also increased due to incessant rain that has occurred since Saturday. It's time for us to take a short break here. More news follows up next. To stay with us. Welcome back to NTV News. Towards other developments, some 26% of works have been completed under the construction of Kathmandu-Tarai Madhesh Fast Track. Nepal Army, which is undertaking the construction of this mega project of national pride, has stated that the physical progress of the construction is 26.14% as of now. Of the 3 tunnels totaling the length of 6.415 kilometers, 2.667 kilometers have been constructed so far. Chief Technical Officer of the project, Major General Kamal Bikram Shah, informed that procurement process will start soon after determining the starting point of the fast track in Kokana area and resolving the land acquisition dispute. The project road runs under the Bagmati River corridor, which originates at Sano Kokana, travels through Chaimale, Gausel, Malta, Budune and Chatiwan and reaches to Nizgard, where it connects with the east-west highway. This fast track is expected to shorten the travel distance from Kathmandu to Nisgard by 193 kilometers and saves traveling time by more than 4 hours. The government is set to administer the HPV human papillomavirus vaccines from Wednesday, the 13th of September. The vaccine administration will start from Paropkar Maternity and Women's Hospital of Thapathali in Kathmandu. The government had procured 20,000 doses of the anti-cervical cancer vaccines from China 2 months ago. In the first phase, the current stock of vaccine can be administered to 10,000 young girls in 2 phases. Human papillomavirus is a viral infection that spreads through skin contact. The virus causes cervical cancer, which is the second most common cancer in the developing world and a major cause of death among Nepali women. In 2022 alone, a total of 2,244 women were diagnosed with cervical cancer in Nepal. The government-run campaign will run simultaneously in all 7 provincial hospitals of the country. Towards international updates, where Morocco faces a race against time to save those trapped under the rubble by Friday's earthquake as emergency services battle to supply remote areas. Villagers continue to dig by hand and shovel to find survivors as response teams struggle to bring in machinery. Those same tools may now be needed to prepare graves for some of the thousands killed in the quake. Friday's quake, the country's deadliest for more than 60 years, struck below a remote cluster of mountainous villages south of Marrakesh. The government reported that at least 2,122 people were killed and more than 2,421 injured, many critically. The 6.8 magnitude tremor collapsed homes, blocked roads and swayed buildings as far away as the country's northern coast. Marrakesh's oldest city, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, also suffered big damage. And it's time we take yet another break. Stay with us for more updates. Welcome back to NTV News Tours International Updates. A drone attack on an open market south of the Sudanese capital Khartoum has killed at least 40 people, the activist and medical workers said, as the military and the paramilitary rapid support forces battle for control of the country. At least 70 others were injured in the attack in Khartoum's Mayu neighborhood on Sunday. Sudan plunged into a civil war in April after Army Chief General Abdel Fattah and the commander of the paramilitary rapid forces, General Mohammed Hamdan, fell out. These rival military factions have been fighting since April. About 5 million people have been forced to flee their homes. U.S. President Joe Biden hailed closer ties with Vietnam on Sunday as the two countries struck a deal to deepen cooperation, including on semiconductors, but said he was not aiming to contain China. A comprehensive strategic partnership with Hanoi is part of Washington's push to bolster its network of allies around South and the Pacific in the face of Beijing's rising influence. Meanwhile, the U.S. president has denied that the U.S. is attempting to step China's international influence after signing a new strategic partnership with Vietnam. Biden told the reporters in Hanoi that American actions were not about containing or isolating China, but about maintaining stability in accordance with international rules. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan held a press conference following the 18th G20 summit in the Indian capital city of New Delhi. He said that efforts to end Russia's war in Ukraine as well as the Green Deal were discussed. Erdogan said they have been making intense effort to end the Russia-Ukraine war, which has been going on for a year and a half and has cost millions of lives. Erdogan added they have undertaken many diplomatic moves, ranging from the Istanbul process, which brought the sides together around the same table, to the prisoner exchange and Black Sea initiative. The Turkish president was of the view that a process for the grain issue that excludes Russia will not be sustainable. A quick look into the highlights of what's coming up next. China sent a new remote sensing satellite into the preset orbit in space from the Taiyuan Satellite Launch Center in North China on Sunday. The satellite Yaogan 40 was launched by a Long March 6A carrier rocket at 12:30 Beijing time and has entered the planned orbit successfully. It will be used to carry out electromagnetic environment detection and related technical tests. This launch was the 487th flight mission of the Long March series carrier rockets. Time for sports update. The second international football friendly between Nepal and Myanmar is being hosted today. The match will be held at the Thuvunna Stadium in Yangon of Myanmar. In the first friendly match held at the same venue on Friday, both the teams settled for a goalless draw after Nepal's Anjan Bista missed a penalty. As per the latest FIFA standings, Nepal is at 175th position, while Myanmar is ahead as 160th. The matches are being played as part of preparations ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And this brings us to the end of the bulletin. To wrap up, a quick reminder of the top stories. Prime Minister holds discussion with the Nepali ambassadors in the destination countries. Meeting aims to identify necessary reforms required for a safe labour destination. Morocco quake survivors seek aid as death toll crosses 2,000. Spain sends 2 planes with rescuers. Biden hails closer ties with Vietnam as he strikes a deal to deepen cooperation. Also denies attempts of stemming China's international. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead. Namaste.